0.5 stars. I like how you try to show.
I received a text message earlier about 1:30 saying that my ring is has arrived at your place. And,
My ring has arrived at your place.
Y'all are open till 5 p.m. correct? Okay. I'm about to head on to the airport right now. I don't know how long it might be, about 20 minutes till I'm there, because I'm on the south side of San Antonio, so I'll be there about 4:40, 4:45. I just didn't want y'all to start closing here. Anyway. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
The place.
Yeah. I got a text message saying that my ring is at your place. It's not a house, it's a business.
It's all a house when we get there. Cocksuckers!
Google Maps, give me a miracle.
Oh, don't even use Google Maps. Google Maps sucks just as much as Apple Maps.
Google Maps is the best. Apple Maps is the worst.
No. In a challenge between going to Bolero and the North Star Mall, Apple Maps came out on top. Google Maps didn't know where we were going.
That's because you don't know how to use Google Maps, right? Just look at the other day.
How bad is it gonna be to use Google Maps? I gotta type in the address. Oh look, it's gonna take me there. No, I type in the address, and it took me like on the other side of town. I'm like, well, no, this is not right. So luckily I had the Apple Map.
Okay, then what about that day when we went to Pizza Hut? It took us to a completely whole different location. No Pizza Hut to the right. It's just a bunch of abandoned old buildings.
Well, I mean, come on. Look at how HD this video looks. HD. Oh, you can't zoom in on the front-facing camera. That's right. Ready. Dun, 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 dun.
Continue on Rigsby Avenue for 3/4 of a mile.
No.
Yes.
Look, watch. We're not gonna get there in time just because we use Google
Best
Maps.
route despite usual traffic. You will arrive at 4:46 p.m.
It's suck my weed. What'd you do, sir? He's like, I would, but I can't find it.
Shade thrown by Siri.
My teacher for physics like threw like shit at me and my friend today because he was like, got upset at like the entire class, and he was like, there's someone on the phone who's like, my friend Crystal was like, Isaiah, did you not hear his speech? Put your phone away. He's like, and we had our headphones in our hair, like one headphone of mine and one in his, and he was like,
There's Heather.
these two have their headphones connected, and they're also holding hands. I'm like, what?
What?
Cop bitch.
What'd you say?
Cop bitch.
Then when we were at that stoplight, I should have had Chris put on Google Maps and Herminio
Use
put
the
on.
left lane to turn left onto
What's going on over here?
Route 410 at 410
This guy's an
Access
idiot.
Road.
That guy was
Turn left
crazy.
onto
He's like,
I-10 North
oh, nice.
Look, you're a fucking dumbass
You have a
cocksucker.
fucking kid?
No, he's almost gonna hit them.
Slight left onto the I-410.
Almost gonna hit them. What is going on? Anyway, now I missed the directions because you guys were talking. 8 miles. So no, like I was saying, we should have tested them together. Should have typed in the address, which was like it's 1100 222 or something like that. And we should have like timed them and seen which one took the better route. But we don't have 2 cars, so you know. We would have seen which one gave us the better directions.
Well, it also depends on who the driver is.
I'm a pretty good driver, kinda. I mean, at least I wasn't like that guy that crashed into this sedan over here. That was almost crashed into the sedan. Did you see that guy?
Yeah.
That guy's crazy.
If I had magical powers, I would like fucking force the guy into him. Just be like,
They would have both died.
yeah, and then we would have had.
How is that? That's not doing any good.
It is doing anything good. There's a lot of this shithole world is overpopulated. My mission here is to depopulate the world.
with what powers.
Magical powers. Yeah, exactly.
No, but no, okay. So going back to Google, that one time that it was me, Heather, Savannah, and Brian went bowling, and okay. So we were at Bolero, and we were going to be like, hey, let's go to the mall now. And Brian was like, oh, okay, we'll go to the mall. So we typed it in. Heather has an Android, so she puts in the Google Maps. Yeah, and I put in my Apple Maps, just see if to test it actually. And once it was testing and everything was going well, Google Maps messed up and said that we had to turn around and go back to Bolero and then come around to go to North Star Mall. And Google Maps, Apple Maps was just like, oh, just head straight. So I use the Apple Maps, and it's more integrated with my watch, my Apple Watch. So I like using the Apple Maps. Because Google Maps isn't gonna tap me on my wrist and say, hey, turn this way.